Aloha! This is Dr. Tiki, writing a prescription for tiki drinks, tattoos, and tech. What could be more fun? It's time for another Strange Love Live.
This is Strange Love After Hours. I'm your host, Cami Chaos. Welcome, babies. Good evening and welcome to Strange Love Live. I'm your host, Cami Chaos. We've got Morgan PDX and Dr. Normal behind the producer's desk, and this evening we are joined by my very lovely friend, my very tall friend, my very, very smart and sassy friend, Michelle Anderson.
Hi, Cami.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm great. I'm exhausted. I'm tired, but I'm here.
Yeah, you look fantastic. You don't look exhausted or tired. You look fabulous.
Fabulous. Look at yourself. My God.
Thank you.
I can't compete.
Thank you.
I'm glad I didn't try.
So, flattery will get you everywhere. Now we can talk about your project. First, you're a media chick on Twitter.
Yes.
So we can find you easily there. If you don't follow her on Twitter, please go right now, twitter.com/mediachick. For the love of God, follow her. She's so crafty. I don't know what to do. Not like crafty, like she's going to make kittens and scrapbooks, or the good kind. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm really putting my foot in my mouth tonight. You'll have to forgive me for that. Let's move on. Let's talk about The Miracle in July, which you've come on to talk about before.
Yeah.
It's a multimedia, interactive story extravaganza.
Yes. It's a draft.
It's a draft. But it's the online draft. It's the one that's available to everyone on the internet. It's sultry.
Right.
And it's dirty. And it's gritty. And it's upsetting.
It's brutally honest.
Yes. And you've been writing it for how long now?
Since July 6th of last year.
Since July 6th of last year. And something very special happens on Monday. What happens on Monday?
On this Monday, I publish my very last segment of the draft of the story, and I'll have about 100,000 words altogether.
Wow.
Yeah. No kidding, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
now there is one more piece left, and that's the epilogue.
Correct. But this is the main body of work.
Act 3 will
Act 3 will be complete
next Monday.
And this will be the last piece, and it's not finished yet.
Oh, it's never going to be finished.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
but the post for Monday.
Oh, nowhere
near, right?
See, yes, I'm actually, while I'm here, I should be at home.
Typing.
Yes, but that's part of the challenge of the savvy writer is promoting yourself at the same time. So there's this duality there. I have to break away from the angsty writer mindset and go and promote the story.
So about how many segments have there been? This is the third act. I was good. Yeah. And how many chapters? How many segments have been in each act?
This would be the 26th.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how much time went into each piece?
To produce one segment?
Yeah.
Anywhere from 30 to 40 hours.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
Yeah.
That's not just, the sleeping that needs to happen between.
No. As we discussed, there is a method, and the method consists largely of napping and showering and writing.
For the creative juices to flow correctly.
You need those things.
You're going to kill yourself if you're doing all of your creative thinking in front of the computer.
Correct.
Typing. You have to get up and move around.
Yeah. I told Michelle that I actually prefer the nap method. I think that's really important.
I get really tired in the shower. I can see how that would happen.
Yeah. Shower. Yeah. Well, you got the nap first because then you wait from the nap and you're all sweaty and you're like, I need a shower. And then you go and take the shower, right?
I've been doing this wrong the whole time.
You need to follow these simple instructions, and then I think you'll finish the story more effectively, more quickly.
Well, that'll be very helpful because this last segment is really kicking my ass.
Because you have to fit everything in. Everything has to go into this. Everything that you've alluded to, everything that you've highlighted, everything that's been a part of the story has to be concluded by Monday. Why are you in my basement right now?
Know.
What are you doing here?
Well, because I have another thing to promote on top of that.
You do. So
I have another ulterior motive for being here.
Okay. Well, let's get to the ulterior motive then. And it's what everyone's ulterior motive always is. She wants money.
I need some money. I need some money.
So, you are using Kickstarter. Going through Kickstarter, so maybe we can get the URL up for that. Why don't you tell us first what you're trying to fund? Because you're trying to fund some very specific things.
Yes. I'm trying to raise funds for a trip to Denmark. And while I'm there, I have a very jam-packed schedule of things that I want to do. And that includes collecting media and networking.
By networking, you mean going to parties and hanging out with people that are fun?
I'm going to take meetings in bars.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to be listening to some bands. You know, there's some people that I've met along the way of writing The Miracle in July, and that are based in Denmark. And there's some people that I met at South by Southwest, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We have to save that for the end, or we'll go on for too long.
That I met in the course of South by Southwest that are also connected to Denmark. So while I'm there, I'll be, you know, how do you say this? Fostering those relationships.
Nurturing them. Nurturing the relationships.
Nurturing them. Doing some pitching. I, you know, like my contacts have people that they'd like me to meet, so they'll go and spread the idea of the publishing experiment. Not just the story, but how I'm doing storytelling.
That trip is to further, because you've done now the online part, the big multimedia part with the music and the linking to places and the story itself, and you've done it in a really new and very exciting way. But the next step is traditional publishing.
Yes, and also to I need my own media.
Yes.
So I've used user-generated content to tell the story, the draft story, to get people interested in reading it and to attract readers, basically. But as I move forward with my other formats of the story, I need to own the images and
you have to own the rights to everything
and all that. And plus, I need to go back and do some fact checking. I mean, so am I calling the places that I've described in the book
accurately?
Right thing, because it's genre bending. There's a whole section in there's a lot of it takes place that didn't really happen. So like when I go back and I stay in the cottage and stay there for a while, I need to go back and fact check.
Yeah. Make sure you're doing it right. Yeah. So you have 4% of the funding that you need.
I have 4%.
A measly 4%, people. 4.
Well, and and here's the tragedy. Here's the tragedy. For a mere $10, you can get your name in my tawdry novel.
I don't know if you've been familiar with some of the other words that are in her novel. You might want your name in there. There's some...
bragging rights alone.
Hello. Yeah. I mean... yeah. Yeah, so there's the Kickstarter link. You guys should go there. Support Media Chick. And Sarah also.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to go by yourself to Denmark.
Well, I can't. See, here's the thing.
That would be horrible.
Well, here's the thing. All right. I can't take video of myself.
That's true. I mean, you could, but it would be a sad video.
I can't, and I do need somebody to do my hair. Yeah. And take pictures of me
with your fabulous hair.
Right, and this person, Sarah, is also somebody I've known for a long time, and would be somebody who's good for keeping me on track. Worse than me at being super detail oriented is Sarah. So there's no chance of not kicking the ass of my schedule.
Very good. So you and Sarah will take your trip. You'll do your fact finding. You'll get all of your media that you need. You'll get your information. If only you people would give her some money.
It's really simple.
I mean, hello. Seriously, could you just go help her? Because otherwise she's going to sit on my couch all night begging for money. And this is not a telethon. I don't do a telethon until
days.
July.
Well, see, and here's the thing. It's all or nothing. And that's an important thing for people to understand.
Yeah.
I have 32 days to raise $5,000.
Or you don't get any of it.
Or I don't get any of it.
Yeah. So what happens if they pledge the money?
Oh, I have some tasty rewards.
So what happens if they pledge the money, but then you don't make the 5,000?
Then nobody gets charged.
Nobody gets charged.
Yeah. See, after
It's like rolling the dice. Do you like to gamble? Do you like to gamble? Because if you like to gamble, who knows? I mean...
Well, it's an investment opportunity. It really is.
So what are the tasty rewards? What are the incentives for people?
I have all kinds of stuff. I'll try to remember some of them off the top of my head. The bottom tier is $10.
Yeah.
For your name or your dog's name or your Ron Jeremy
It's like a brick in the square. Only it's your name
or
in
whatever
Michelle's
you
book.
want. You can be there.
Yeah.
Whatever.
If you want to change your name to Rumpelstiltskin and have her put it in there, she'll think you're creepy and all.
Hey,
but
you could spend $30 and get 3 names. I'm just saying. Just saying.
You could.
Yeah.
That's good math.
And then I'm also getting together some T-shirts. Ooh. T-shirts.
They're not the fancy pants embroidered ones, right?
That's some more. That's the $25 tier is the T-shirts, and the Venice is for Lovers erotica.
Nice
book.
Nice.
Which I don't know if you've bought it or not. She hasn't bought it yet.
I haven't. I have not.
No. But it's really well made.
I believe it. I believe what she's saying to me. I am behind the times and lazy, and and a horrible person. I'm also a horrible person.
Life for good erotic stories, I guess.
I'm just gonna leave that one. We'll just leave that alone. We'll just leave that one alone. Just drop it.
Not even the content alone. It's just like I spent a lot of time putting together the ebook, so it's got a lot of interactivity in it. The table of contents is linked. Mm-hmm. It's a good looking.
I don't know what we've done, but producer Morgan's got the giggles back there. I don't think she's very comfortable talking about erotica. So, and then what are the other incentives? Are there more? Can you think of any others?
Yes. I plan to compile another ebook that's all about what I learned in my experience of doing the miracle in July.
Stop laughing.
I'm sorry.
I'm not on camera. Stop.
Serious. Okay.
Yeah. You look at your camera.
All right. Anyway, I'm putting together, along the way of doing the Miracle in July, I've learned a couple of things, and I've had a lot of conversations with the writers who want to do the same thing. So part of the next tier of incentives.
You haven't told them how crazy it is and how much hard work it is and how maybe they should be a little more sane.
And they still want to do it.
All right, they're dedicated.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, crazy
Well, I can
people.
identify with the crazy.
Yeah, so can I. Understand. I like the crazy people. They're my people.
They're a challenge.
Yeah. Exactly.
So this ebook that I haven't written yet is going to be part of the
incentive package.
Yes.
Very
and
nice.
I also I can do some one-on-one stuff. I have like a crazy $500 reward that is everything plus like 6 hours of one-on-one time with me when I talk about like your project and like give you advice and like the hardcore transmedia storytellers that want to go the distance.
All right.
God knows I have advice to give.
So how many, 32 days left?
32 days. 32 very short days.
All right, come on. So if you just got $10 a day, that would not be enough. I'm just saying it wouldn't. It would not be enough, people.
It wouldn't.
We need more than that. All right.
Well, see, here's the thing. A friend of mine told me that the ebook Venice is for lovers.
Yeah.
That people might be hesitant to buy it because it is for sale, because they don't want me to know that they bought it, right? So this is their theory, right? That and I just would like to put it out there that if you do the $25 tier,
you're buying her silence as well.
It's just, natural benefit. So you're not buying the porn.
You're not getting the porn. You're just supporting Michelle.
You're just donating to the cause.
And you can throw that porn away. You don't have to ever look at it.
Yeah. So it's like just do the 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
My advice.
She's very thoughtful. It's very considerate of her.
It just makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Do they still get their name in?
Oh yeah, they get everything plus.
So it goes.
It's a graduating tier.
It's just like a pledge drive. You get.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You know something about those pledge drivers.
Yes, but we're not promoting my stuff right now. We're promoting your stuff right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But you know something about
Although I do know something about it, and it does have the word July. I mean, let's be fair. It is in July that my next one.
I know. Yeah. July 2nd, right?
July 2nd and 3rd. 30-hour day. 30hourday.org for more information. Yeah.
And if all things go well, knock on plastic, we will be back for the 30-hour
And you can hang out with us in the square.
I can, because I couldn't before. See, my life is going to totally open up.
It was so hectic.
Well, I was too. I was...
Type. How am I typing, like...
Yeah, that's like an accordion. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know. It's this way. It's like this. Yeah.
It just makes sense when you do it.
It does, right?
And well, there's something up here that just makes it all okay.
I can type wherever I want to. I've got a good dress. It allows me to type things in an extraordinary way. So, this is not the first time that you've looked for funding. You actually got a grant.
Yes.
Do you like my segue? So that we can talk about something fun. Not that wasn't fun, because it totally was. But you got a grant.
Yeah, can you believe it?
To go to South by Southwest.
Crazy.
How on earth did you get a grant
I don't know.
Were they not aware that it's like spring break for geeks? Were they not aware that they were giving you money to go?
I wanted to go for a long time.
Yeah.
So I was aware of its awesomeness, but I was not aware that I could get money to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here I had this idea that I wanted to go, and that I would just get a grant to go. So I went and I applied for the grant, and they gave me the grant, and I went.
And you went.
And it was just that easy.
How do you apply for a grant to go to South by Southwest?
I don't.
I need to get a project so that I can apply for a grant.
It was just
so that
like one of those things.
It was just so surreal when you told me.
Yeah,
I was like, what? You got a grant to go to South by? What?
Yeah, well, see, and that's one of the things that happened along the way of doing the whole Miracle in July thing, where I'm like, oh, okay, I must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be doing this if someone's gonna send me. I guess I should go. I mean, if they're giving me money and shit, I should go.
Yeah. So let's have a serious. We'll devolve into the chaos of South by later. But let's talk about the reason that you felt it necessary to go to South by Southwest for this project.
As I so eloquently explained in my proposal, which I can't remember anymore, basically was that there's all kinds of innovative storytelling that's going on right now. But I haven't found anybody doing what I'm doing.
Correct.
So my whole idea was I need to go down there and talk to people who are doing things that are similar to what I'm doing and tell them what I'm doing and do some collaborating and pitching.
Did you find any of those people? Did you find any of those people?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. God, there's just so much. Where do you want me to start? I mean, it was the South by Southwest still resonates in my everyday life. I mean, I'm still getting.
Yeah. So let's stick on the practical side. Did you met people who were doing similar projects, similar things to what you were doing, and you didn't know they were out there before, so you got to go there and find them there?
Yes, and most of these people were sitting next to me in panels on the future of storytelling and things like that.
Yeah.
but still didn't find anyone who's doing what I'm doing.
Correct.
Yes. But I did get to talk to people like the marketing director for Vook. I don't know if you know what Vook is.
I'm guessing it's an online book kind of thing.
Kind of. It's an iPhone app.
Okay, so
And
there
I
you
haven't
go.
actually ever seen one because I don't have an iPhone. I have this. But you can download a book, and they're
It's like an ebook.
Sort of.
Kind of, no?
Sort of. They have...
Nobody call me right now, okay? I'm serious. You will have to suffer the wrath of Dr. Normal and Morgan. Okay. I'm just gonna look it up.
Anyway, a book is an iPhone app where you can download books. They've done classics and they've done originals. So, like, for instance, you can read, I think they do Pretty Woman, but it's only 30,000 words, so it's been condensed quite a bit, and it has a lot of video embedded in it. So you can see.
Oh, so you download each piece individually. It's not an app. It looks like it's a bunch of little. So you see. So there's all these different books. So it's not like one. I was thinking it was an app, and then you would then download the stories into it.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not. It's its own little unit.
Very cool.
So to speak.
Here, which camera? Just show me which camera to point this at.
See that?
It's out of focus.
Is it? Okay, let me fix it.
So and they've got like
Our crew is fantastic, aren't they, ladies and gentlemen?
Sherlock Holmes. They've
Yay
got,
for the cameraman.
They've got Crush It on there.
Alice in Wonderland, Phantom of the Opera, The Call of the Wild.
So these are like excerpts, like the crust of the story, which is kind of similar, I guess, to what I'm doing with The Miracle in July, which is creating tons of content and then like slicing it up and making new things out of it. So you've got these classics that Book is reshaping and creating into a new experience, a new way of telling the same story and making money doing it.
Yeah.
So I pitched The Miracle in July to that guy, and he took he took a look at it and sent me an email and said, "Yeah, I don't think iTunes is going to let us do something so racy."
They're not big on the erotica?
No, that's actually, he was saying that there's actually a big demand for.
Well, no, iTunes, though. Is iTunes...
I guess either their contract with iTunes or the iTunes store was a no porn policy.
They've got a Kama Sutra app in the iTunes store, so...
Yeah, I think it's like an ebook type, or maybe their contract, but he said they wouldn't... He said that it was a very interesting idea and that had a lot of content and it was interesting where it was going with, but because of the erotica, it was something they had considered in the future because there is a large market for erotic ebooks, maybe having a spin-off type publishing house.
Snook.
Because it's very lucrative.
What's wrong with me right now?
I don't know. Crazy. It must be all that tea.
Yes. The tea. I'm getting funny. I don't know. I don't like it when the producers make hand signals at me. I'm not sure what they do. I'm just going to go back to talking to Michelle. Okay, so what else did you find in your fact finding at South by Southwest?
Let's see. I met Pete Cashmore a couple of different times.
You've
That
been
was
waiting
fun.
to work that one in.
The boy just impressed me. I mean, not only is he good looking and articulate, but he just has like a presence, and he's so good looking that he must like all the time get girls just fawning all over him, and he's so nonplussed by that. It was just a surreal experience. So I went up to him and I introduced myself to him outside of the speakeasy. He was surrounded by people, and he said, "So what do you do?" And I said, "Oh, and this is actually the first time I pitched anybody like super, like, to me, an idol,
Someone that you were impressed by.
And I said, oh, I guess I'm supposed to pitch you now. And he goes, ha ha. And so I told him a little bit about what I was doing, and he was very interested in the interactivity part of it. And I said I was using Aperture, which is a plugin that makes the Miracle in July all fancy and multimedia stuff. And he'd heard of Aperture before, and so it was a very short conversation. But then, a couple of days later, I was at the Mashable party at the Buffalo Billiards.
The one where I was like, I don't remember the Mashable party. I
You
do.
were there.
I just couldn't keep track of which party was which party. That's all. I was there. I remember it. I just couldn't remember who hosted what. There was a
Poor
lot of
Cammy.
parties.
Oh my God,
There were a lot of parties. There were. So you ran into him again at the Mashable party.
I did.
And you were very
literally ran
excited.
into him.
Oh, did you?
And it was one of those.
Michelle's very graceful. She is, except for when she does the "Yay, we're going to South by Southwest" dance with me. That's not so graceful. It's kind of a sad-looking dance, but we were really happy. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Are you done?
I'm done. I'm kind of non sequitur girl this evening.
Right on.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I will.
So
I'll
there we
have
were,
more.
the two of us, in the crowded room, right?
Yeah.
So
Crowded is not the
bumped
right
into
word,
him,
but
and
yeah.
he was strangely alone. I know, strangely alone. So I bump into him, and he goes, "Oh, the woman with the interactive novel," and I said, "That's me." And we hit it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was over. and then right after that, I walked down the stairs, and it was straight out of Friends, because they're sitting at the bar where you and Doc Normal and Kavita and Jake and Griggs.
Griggs was, I believe Griggs was there, and probably Trozy and Glaspie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was bouncing around also.
Yeah.
I vaguely
It was a
remember
full house of
everybody
Portland
touching
crazy.
each other's butts. I think I was bragging about working out.
You were. I remember squeezing your bum,
Yeah.
and it was hard, like a little rock. Yeah.
I was riding on the euphoria of Pete Cashmere remembering me. Well, you've seen him. Come on.
No, I don't know. I don't know who he is. I'm sorry.
He's like,
I don't know who anyone
24,
is. I don't know
and-
who anyone is. I don't know who anyone is. You can show me a picture later, and then maybe I'll be like, oh, hi. But no, I'm sorry.
Well, you'd be like, for this guy, you'd be like, oh shit, of course I know this guy.
That's usually how it works. Because unless I've actually met someone face to face, yeah. I don't have enough room in my brain for that kind of stuff. I'm too busy thinking about going nap, or shower, nap, shower. It's difficult for me.
You gotta loosen up those creative juices.
I know. I have a lot on my mind.
had like 3
Should I
showers.
vacuum the living room or should I paint my nails? What should I do
I
now?
don't know. I don't need a massage. I've had like 4 showers today already. So.
Okay, so I'm not willing to delve into the insanity yet. We still have more content. You didn't just go for the interactive, though. You also went for the music part. Because a big part of the Miracle in July is incorporating music
Yep.
of all different kinds into the format.
Yep.
So you got them to pay you to go to concerts.
Yeah. Well, you gotta understand, it wasn't a full ride.
No.
I did still pump down a large chunk of cash.
Yeah.
But yes, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd that go for you? How many bands
Are you
do you...
mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset with you. I still love you. It's okay. I still love you. What? Morgan might not, though. She didn't get to go, so I wouldn't count on her. Yeah, I wouldn't count on her getting your best angle on the camera later.
Well, next time we're going. All right.
Okay, so how many bands do you think you saw? Approximately.
A shit ton.
A shit ton.
Yeah.
That is a technical term, in case you're not familiar with it. That is more than 4 a day.
Yes. Well, and I saw several bands more than once.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah. The good ones? Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ones that blew my mind. And, you know, it was, you haven't gone to the music part before?
No, I haven't. This was my first year to go at all.
That's right.
And I did not go to the music part.
It was insane.
Yeah?
Yes.
Insane. More insane than interactive is what I like. I hear that once the interactive people leave, then all the music festival people get there, and then it's just freaking crazy. It's like there's triple the number of people present. You can't walk down the street.
All of that is true.
Wow.
It's true. Well, you know, you've got, 6th Street is perfect. I mean, so who was it? Somebody asked me why Portland didn't have the South by Southwest.
Because we don't have 6th.
It's like it's all about the geography. 6th Street is perfect for South by Southwest.
Yeah, because there's so many venues.
There's so many venues, like pow, 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 pow. So, and every venue is run by somebody different. So yes, they have a suggested lineup. They have a lineup, outside.
Yeah.
But you got people who are late to show up. You've got, maybe venues that aren't really good about making people suit up, and so there's a lot of juggling. So more than once I would show up to hear a band that didn't play.
Yeah.
Somebody else played. And so it was like, for somebody who's really into knowing what they're doing at all hours, it was an experience.
Yeah, you're not really a wanderer. You're not really like just a wanderer. Show up and see what's happening. You're structured. You're a structured kind of girl.
Yes, I am. I am. But and then it was all about the geography too.
Yeah.
So it's like okay. So I know from experience that this venue runs late. So I could roll the dice and go to this one, or I could go across town, or I could go to this one that's right next door because I know that one is usually on time. So if it's late. Next door, I could run it.
So, what were there sessions for the music part? I mean, so you're obviously going to all the venues, you're seeing the performance.
Yeah.
But for interactive, it's all talks. It's all panels. I mean, that's what you're doing. If you want to attend that, that's what you're going to. But music, there's all these performances, and then what's the conferencey part?
I attended one panel. And I didn't go to any film stuff, which is I'm ashamed because I had that sweet ass platinum badge.
I know, you were so proud of that thing.
I'm gonna shellac that fucker.
Yeah.
I'm like hanging
it was
on the
pretty.
wall.
It was very pretty.
It'll be a weapon. Right. I went to one panel, and that was the one that Dave Allen sat on, and it had to do with social media and bands.
So you went all the way to Austin, only went to one music panel, and it was because you were seeing someone that lives in Portland anyway?
Yeah.
I see. I see.
What of it?
That doesn't seem silly because I saw a lot of Portland stuff.
Oh, shut up. It was fine. It was good.
No, I did. I saw a lot of Portland. Like, that was the interesting thing about going to South by Southwest is there's a lot of grouping that goes on. You're there to hang out with your pals from wherever you are. And you go and you do your South by Southwest, but still you're like, hey, look at all these people I know from where I live.
I know.
And I could see
randomly
in my town.
Hey, I know you.
Yeah, that was like there were people that I knew were there, and that was awesome. But then there were people that I was like, oh, I didn't know you were here. And then I also literally almost bumped into a guy that I didn't go to high school with. I think he went to high school with a boyfriend of mine. So he went to high school across town from me, and we were at a party at the Luster Pearl, and I looked at him and I was like, God, that looks just like Greg. Funny. And I just I've probably been drinking too much to make these kind of value judgments on what someone looks like. So I just kind of wrote it off, and then I was looking at Facebook later, and I saw that he had checked in at the IHOP that was next to the Luster Pearl, and I was like, that was Greg. Funny. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's not funny. That is not funny to anyone but me. I'm aware of that.
No,
it's okay.
It's funny. Well, that kind of stuff happened all the time in South by Southwest. Like little sprinkles of magic. There was a whole...
Little sprinkles of magic.
There's this whole limo story you don't even know about.
No, tell me about the limo story.
I don't know if I should. The limo story.
Was the limo happened the night of my incident, didn't it?
Happened the night of what?
Did it happen the night that I fell in boom? It did, because I remember you tweeting about the... It did. Did it happen the night that I crushed my ankle?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I couldn't go. I was unconscious in my hotel room at that point.
I'm sorry. I don't like to rub it in.
It's okay.
Because it was awesome.
Oh my God, tell me the story. This is where we can devolve. We only have like 10 minutes left of the show, so now this is where we can go ahead and...
I don't know. We got to stick to the schedule, Cammie. You know,
we reserved the last part for the crazy babble talk.
Oh, right.
Do we have
maybe
something?
will happen.
Do we have something else important that we need to cover?
Yes, I need a lot of money quickly.
Okay, so in order for... I'm not even going to pull that crap. But give Michelle some money, please. Give her some money and
you get some awesome things in return.
You get some awesome things, and I'll let her tell the story of me twisting my ankle.
Let's
I'm
just start
so
off
graceful.
with Cammie. When she doesn't feel well, can be a bitch.
Oh my God, yes I can.
And I can relate because I would have done the same thing.
Not like a tiny little bit bitchy. I feel so bad for that guy and that girl on the oh, go, yeah, you tell. Because no one will believe me. I'm that mean.
Because we all think you are an angel.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. So, it was a blisteringly hot day in Austin, Texas. I think it was a Thursday.
What day did we get there? We got there on Thursday. It was Saturday or something. I don't know. It was a day that we were there.
It was a day that we were there,
yeah.
And I was
very
hungry
warm.
and lonely.
Mm-hmm.
So I DM'd Cammie, I believe, and said, let's hook up and eat.
And
let's
I
eat
said,
some food.
yeah,
right.
Let's do that.
We met on the streets,
and
Cammie was adorable looking in this white and black polka dot dress thing that's kind of like poofed out and shit on like hardcore like motorcycle boots and stuff, and she was all like hot.
This is why you're a writer. You have amazing attention to detail. Thank you very much. I love that dress.
Hot.
Thank you.
She was hot up until the moment where I looked at what you tripped on, like I was not impressed. It was like a
pothole in the sidewalk.
Yeah, not so much.
Not so much.
Okay, yes. Yes, it was technically a hole
in the sidewalk.
Yes, but I've seen worse.
I know.
I walked over worse many times in Austin. And when I looked at after you fell and said mean things to strangers that were trying to help you.
It's horrible.
I looked at the offending, tripping area, and I was like...
Did you see what that sidewalk did to me?
Yeah, I did.
It scraped me up pretty bad, and I couldn't walk on my ankle.
I know.
Without sedation.
But you were so cute.
Thank you.
You were still friggin' cute.
Even when I was cussing at poor innocent strangers who were trying to help me.
Right. So we were headed towards the Iron Cactus.
Yeah, for my margaritas.
And we were almost there. We were like 2 doors away.
No, it was right in front. We were like in front of the door. We were in front of the door because I lived inside.
Right, that's right. To get you some ice. I commandeered you some ice.
I wanted a drink is what I wanted.
But now that you were injured, we couldn't go there anymore.
For some reason.
Yes.
Well, because it was decided that I needed to go back to the hotel room rather than eat something.
Right, but we didn't get far before we decided that was a stupid idea because that we should eat.
And ice. Eat an ice. And I had fried pickles.
Right.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
It was horrible, but yeah. Yeah, it was horrible.
But you were cute.
Thank you. And you were sweet.
Yeah.
Even though it was super, super, super bitchy. That poor man.
I could relate.
That poor man, like
it was not pretty.
I was trying not to vomit from pain. Tell us the story about the limo now that we've gone through this.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
All right. So, my roomie was Stephanie Wagner, who is a great networker. This girl is amazing. So, it's been a long day. She's walking back to our hotel room, and this limo driver pulls over and asks her where all the parties are. And Stephanie's like, seriously? You're the limo driver, you should know that. And she was a little, irritated.
Yeah.
Right? So this guy was understood that he offended her and decided to make it up for her and said, you know, get in the back of the limo and I'll drive you home. And she's like, yeah, right. And she keeps walking. Yeah, right. And we're like, no, really, 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 get in, you know, I'll drive you home. I'm really sorry. I'm new in the area. I'm trying to find, some work, let's get in the limo and I'll drive you home. Mm-hmm. So he drove her back to the hotel. And by the time they got back to the hotel, they had made BFFs.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and so he came back later and picked us all up. Uh-huh. And in the limo, we drove around until about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
It was hot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice.
It was my first time in the limo.
So it was your first time in a limo?
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
Ever?
Don't make me say it.
Say it.
First time ever.
Wow. It's good, though. You got a really fun
Are you happy
first
now
time.
you said it?
I let you tell people how bitchy and mean I was to that poor man on the street.
But I understand.
I told someone that I was really mean, and they were like, you were not. Oh, you were not. And I was like, oh, yeah.
I was like,
oh, yes, I was mean, actually.
I've done the same
The man wanted to crawl away and die. I felt really bad. But I had no idea who he was. He's probably like remember that horrible, evil bitch woman his entire life that ripped him a new one.
You ruined his life.
I know I have.
He's never going to help another woman again.
No, he's never going to help, and he's never going to see a woman who falls and painfully twists her ankle in a cute dress. It was such a cute dress.
So cute.
Again, thank you. No, because I ruined that for him. He was probably an incredibly chivalrous gentleman.
Obviously, he came to your rescue.
And now he's just decided to...
When the rest of us were just standing there looking at you.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she's
You guys were a little stunned. It's okay.
She's on the ground.
Yeah. And to be fair, you were afraid I was going to rip your head off as well, probably, after...
Well, we knew better.
Yeah.
This guy did not know better.
No, he did not.
He paid the price.
Oh, he did not know better. That was bad. Okay, you've got 10 more minutes to fill. Ask them for money. Tell them what they get. Tell them how pretty your stories are. Tell them to listen to the pretty music.
Yeah, listen to whatever.
Give them a sneak. Tell them, you know what? This is what you have to do. Tell them a little bit of what's going to happen in the very last segment.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want to know.
How about this? I can't do that, Cammy Chaos.
Oh, yes, you can, Media Chick.
It's all secret. It's all a secret. And plus, I haven't actually figured it all out yet.
I know you haven't. I know you haven't.
So, to be honest...
So what are you going to do for us instead?
What am I going to what?
What are you going to do for us instead, since you won't let us in on the secrets because you don't know them?
I'll explain how I write a segment.
Okay. Give us insight into the process.
The writing process is messy.
Yes.
And painful.
Uh-huh.
So I start off with each act has an outline, so I know kind of what happens in each segment. And I start off with that, and then I have a bunch of songs that I
Have you written the outline for this one yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Just checking.
Along.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's the fictional elements that sticks all of the true life elements together that I
because it's loosely based on reality.
It's very much based on reality.
I'm saying loosely for legal reasons. Okay? It's loosely based on reality.
It's a fictionalized true story.
Here we go. Okay. So you have the outline, and that helps you to incorporate all of the fictionalized aspects and overlay them with what happened. Okay?
But while I'm writing, I'm listening to a bunch of songs, usually 6 to 8 songs that are going to be used in the piece.
And when are those chosen?
Sometimes like an hour before I publish.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to produce one of these things. Is because not only is it a very sensitive, very personal story, and I have to be respectful of what I decide to give away as far as information.
Not just for yourself, but for
other people.
Yeah.
Yes. I also want it to be entertaining, so there's a lot of embellishment and let's just leave it at that. Embellishment.
Embellishment.
And sometimes I'll move things around as far as time goes to make it flow, right? So the last
Real life
one,
does not always flow the way it should.
No, I know. Luckily,
You have artistic liberty.
that's right. So I can make it nice and juicy. And so I have all these restraints to write a segment, and then I have like a timeline too. So like several times, many times, I have been up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on Mondays, editing, publishing, and of course there's technical difficulties all the time. But it's really kind of like a flash. I don't know, spontaneous. I really am starting from scratch.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
So where are you now? Let's have a little progress update. Where are you with this one? Because you've got 2 days.
Oh, no.
You've got this weekend to write. Are you behind? Are you behind schedule?
I'm always behind.
Yeah.
I'm always behind. But I'm further along this week than I was last week.
Good.
Last week, this is how
Last week there were like frantic tweets that they. I remember last week.
Yeah, like on Sunday, I wasn't. On Sunday, I wasn't even done finishing.
Yeah.
At 10 p.m. writing it.
Yeah. So you weren't even into the editing yet.
I had already gone through one pass of editing and had added more things. I mean, this is how it was like. It comes back to me, it's not, and then I realized that I was missing something, and I got to add more stuff. So then I got new content that nobody's seen before. So I was like, last Sunday, it was 10 p.m. I couldn't stay awake any longer. I had been up since 5 o'clock working on this. So I went to sleep. I got up at 2, and I worked until 9:30. It was the first time I was ever late, actually.
Yeah.
By 2 hours, but it was a really.
Because what's your publish date? What's your push time?
6:30 a.m.
6:30 a.m.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was last week was really, for many reasons, it was one of the times where I had everything right, but then I realized that there was this whole other layer that needed to be. Let me just say that after I was done putting another 1,000 words into it, after my editor had seen it, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was more awesome. But it's like I didn't know that it needed more stuff until after it came back to me, and I was like, what is this shit? This isn't right!
No! Okay. And that has been the most difficult one.
No.
No,
I've had much more difficult ones.
No.
That one was the one where I got it back, and it needed more than I had time allotted.
Okay.
But it was fine.
When are you going to do the epilogue?
When am I going to what?
When are you going to do the epilogue? So you said this is the end.
July 6th.
On July 6th, you'll publish the epilogue.
Yeah, a
Very
year
nice.
from the day.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's like you orchestrated this whole thing.
I'm crafty that way.
Very, very interesting. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and say goodnight. But first, I want you to tell them where the website is, tell them to give you money, and where to go give you money, and tell them where to find you on Twitter.
Okay, that's a lot to remember. Okay, I'm at the Miracle in July is
.com.
Where the story is. You can give me your money or invest in bliss. I like to say
invest in bliss. I like that.
Invest in bliss at bit.ly/destination DK.
Okay.
Yeah, there.
There it is up on the site.
Yep.
And I'll have the links in the post as well.
Yes.
And your Media Chick on Twitter.
I am Media Chick.
Little M, big C.
C.
Media Chick. Not like Twitter really is cap sensitive or anything. Do you have any parting words for the ladies and gentlemen? For the boys and girls? I hope boys and girls aren't watching this. We have potty
Parting
mouths.
words, yeah. Support the future of storytelling, and
Nice.
actually, even if you're not a storyteller, if you see me at an event, please come up and introduce yourself. There's a lot of people that I know on Twitter
She's
that I
super
haven't
friendly.
met in real life.
Yeah.
I'd like to shake your hand
She's super friendly.
and try to get money out of you.
Yeah, it's true. She's gonna mug you. She's gonna have Sarah walk up and kind of bump into you so she can reach into your pocket and But she will send you that shirt if she takes enough money. I mean, she's good.
I'll wear the shirt for you if you want me to.
Yeah, it's all. Don't listen to me, really. She's. Oh, hi. Don't listen to me. She's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here next week. And I hope you guys all have a great night. Bye.